If you overpronate, or you've been told you need support in your running shoes, well, I've tested every major stability running shoe that you can get right now, and there are 3 that have clearly risen above the rest for me. By the end of this roundup, you're going to know exactly which one matches your feet, the amount of miles you do, and how much support you need. Let's start by talking about why you might actually want to buy a stability running shoe, or might need to buy one. Well, stability running shoes are generally for those who overpronate. So that's when your foot rolls inwards on the medial side. You need a little bit of extra support to keep that gait running straight, push the inside of your foot up, and help give you support on the run. If your feet do roll inward excessively, that can actually lead to injuries, including shin splints, plantar fasciitis, and even knee pain. So it's important to recognize early that you do need a stability or support shoe and act accordingly. That's what this list is all about. But stability running shoes are not just for those people who overpronate. If you have flat feet, low arches, or maybe you're a heavier runner, stability or support running shoes can help you as well. And if you're not sure either one of those situations is you, well, I highly recommend getting a gait analysis at your local running store. They should help find out what the issue might be with your running and whether you do actually need a stability running shoe. If you have an interesting situation and you just want my advice, well, drop a question in the comments down below and I'll help you out as much as I can. My fairly strict criteria for stability running shoes is they must offer real arch support, have dual density or firm enough foams to help support that arch and keep your gait running straight. They also have to have a solid heel counter to support you at the heel. And of course, they need to be extra durable because if you do have overpronation issues, you are going to be putting more force on the medial side of a shoe. So that shoe needs to be more durable in that area to withstand the extra forces and last longer, making your dollars go further. If you are watching this video in the future, it's possible the list has changed, the rankings are shifted, in which case I highly recommend checking out my roundup up there. That'll take you to alistairrunning.com, which is where I keep my roundups updated every day as and when I review new running shoes. If they're good enough to make it on any one of my roundups, I add them there. And my stability running shoe roundup features at least 10 running shoes. So if neither one of these running shoes that I'm about to share today fit your needs, you want something a little bit different, well, it's highly likely you're going to find the right shoe on that list. So check it out. All right, let's get straight into the roundup. In at number 3, we have the On Cloudrunner 3. The Cloudrunner 3 is definitely the most beginner-friendly stability running shoe on this list, and it has the calmest ride. This is probably the most versatile one that I think is going to be most accessible to most runners out there. It's the one that's going to solve a lot of problems for most people. The Cloudrunner 3 cost $160. It fits true to size in US sizing and has a medium width with a roomy toe box. It weighs 10.4 ounces, has an 8mm drop, with 31mm under the heel and 23mm under the forefoot. So there's nothing wild going on there. It really is a very nice traditional stability running shoe that's going to suit lots of feet. When it comes to fit, this has so much cushioning around the collars and the tongue. It's dreamy to step into. Your feet are going to really thank you for it. And that extends to on the run as well. There's also a good lockdown at the midfoot and at the heel. If you have narrow heels and you find yourself not getting the best heel lock out of most running shoes, I highly recommend trying out Racer's Loop heel lock method. That's a lacing system that you can use to lock your foot in much better. It uses the top eyelet, and to learn how to do it, follow that link up there. That's a video demonstration of me doing it. Super simple, very much worth it. When it comes to performance, the Cloudrunner 3 has a much smoother transition now than the previous version. It's less clunky and it just has a really smooth roll from heel landing to toe takeoff. And it's nice and easy to flex, so you're not overworking your muscles or joints to get the most out of a shoe. It has mild stability, so it's not forcing or overcorrecting your gait as much as gently pushing you into a better gait. And in some cases, overcorrection can also create injury because it's just pushing you into a form that just doesn't feel natural at all. This one gently guides you, and I really love it for that. Like most running shoes on this list, it has a nice wide footprint or base. That helps spread pressure across the bottom of the shoe, giving you inherent stability without overcorrection. What's the headline stat for the Cloudrunner 3? Well, it's the cheapest stability running shoe on this podium, and it's probably the one I would direct beginner runners to first to get a stability running shoe that doesn't overcorrect. It just gently guides you to a better form and gait. To learn more about the On Cloudrunner 3, I highly recommend watching my in-depth video review up there. That will teach you more about this shoe, and it will highlight some areas where it could be improved, and that might mean it might not be the one for you. Either way, get the full unbiased take on this running shoe by watching that review up there. If you're enjoying this video so far, please give it a like, and if you see that hype button down there, make sure you tap it. That really helps me and my channel out, and I really appreciate it when you guys tap that. And drop a comment down below in the comments box. Are you an overpronator? Do you need a stability shoe, or are you just looking for a daily trainer to help support your longer miles? I want to get a better understanding of what brought you to this list or roundup, and what shoe you might be after. So drop that in the comments, or if you haven't got anything to say about stability shoes, just say hi, introduce yourself, welcome to the channel. And make sure you subscribe to the channel for more running shoe reviews, comparison videos, and roundups just like this one. Hit that notification bell and I'll see you on the next video. In at number 2, we have the Hoka Gaviota 6. This is the stability running shoe that offers the most support. So if you overpronate quite a lot, and you need a supportive shoe, try and fix that on the run without losing comfort on the run. Gaviota 6 is going to be your best bet. You can think of this one as having Bondi softness and comfort underfoot, but having the support to go with it. It costs $180. It's also true to size in US sizing, has a medium width with a roomier forefoot, and it weighs 10 ounces and has a 6mm drop. That's 39mm at the heel, and 33mm at the forefoot. When it comes to sizing and fit, this is the shoe that probably has the widest toe box out of the 3 I'm sharing today. It really does have a nice anatomical fit, feels very natural, and absolutely no complaints here. I think it's going to fit a lot of people's foot shapes. And it uses Hoka's H-frame technology, which frames the heel and cradles your heel, giving you a nice supportive feel and a nice deep cradle within the shoe when you step in. Feels so nice. When it comes to performance, on easy runs it gives that impact disappears protection I associate with the Bondi 9, possibly Hoka's most popular cushion daily trainer. The foam stays consistent with soft landings, and it has a quick rebound or responsiveness, and it never turns mushy a few miles in. Compared to the Arahi 8, it's noticeably more corrective. The H-frame sets clear boundaries without feeling rigid, and it even settles that subtle wobble some runners feel when they drift towards supination. The Gaviota 6 is best for moderate to severe stability needs. It's really for runners whose form gets a little bit sloppy. If you are doing long runs, maybe you're training for a marathon, and your form or your gait does suffer after the miles pile up. Hey, we're all human, it happens to all of us. Then I think this is going to be best for that kind of runner who just wants the support to push their gait or keep their form running smooth for longer. This one actually doubles really well as a support or stability walking shoe as well. A lot of people are going to love how this feels because it probably will remind them of the Bondi, but for anyone who does need support or stability, it just elevates that experience and gives them a shoe that offers more. What's the headline stat for the Gaviota 6? Well, it's definitely the most supportive running shoe on this roundup, but also on my full roundup on alistairrunning.com. So hugely supportive, and it does it really well, keeps the ride feeling comfortable, and I think a lot of people are going to love it because of it. To learn more about the Hoka Gaviota 6, what makes it great, and some of the downsides of buying this one, I highly recommend watching my full in-depth review video up there, where you'll learn everything you need to know before buying a Gaviota 6. In at number 1 for the best stability running shoe is the Saucony Hurricane 26. The Hurricane 26 has topped this list for a few reasons, but I think the most interesting one is because it's a max cushion running shoe, which offers fantastic support and stability as well. So it really does offer 2 solutions to problems that many runners might have. So heavier runners, you're going to want a more protective cushioned midsole to help support you on the run, but also protect you underfoot. But a lot of the time you lose stability having a soft, high stack midsole like that. The Hurricane 26 gives you that stability. And that's what makes this one so special, is the fact you get the best of both worlds for those who need it. Sure, it might look a little bit blocky and bigger than some of the other shoes on my list, but this one offers the full package, where the other ones are a little bit more specialist in different areas. The Saucony Hurricane 26 costs $170. It has a roomier toe box than the previous Hurricane version, and generally a really nice fit, nice medium width, but good volume where you need it, and it has a nice secure midfoot and good heel lockdown too. It has a secure and fairly rigid heel, a nice soft heel counter to support your heel within the shoe, and tons of padding around the tongue and the collars. There's a lot of shoe here and it only weighs 9.2 ounces. And it has a 6mm drop with 41mm under the heel and 35mm under the forefoot. When it comes to performance, this one has a really interestingly energetic and fun ride. You wouldn't think it from looking at the shoe because it is a little bit larger, but these large features are really there for stability. It has a very wide base or platform that spreads the pressure across the outsole, giving you more inherent stability. And there's a flare out of the midsole as well, which adds to that. It kind of cradles your heel within the shoe. But it's the new Incredilux foam that you find in this one, which wasn't in the previous version, that gives you that energetic response. And it's even lighter than the previous version as well. So you get a much better running shoe for a lot less weight. It uses center path technology that helps straighten up your gait without forcing it. So similar to the Cloudrunner 3, it doesn't have like a huge stability function where it overcorrects your gait. This one guides you and helps improve your gait rather than forcing you too much. I really like that about this one. The Hurricane 26 is a protective cushion daily trainer, plain and simple, with stability features. That's what this one is. It's incredibly versatile because of that. It performs best for easy runs, recovery mileage, long runs, and even aerobic efforts. This one does a lot of those slower paced runs very, very well. What's the headline stat for the Hurricane 26? Well, this is easily the lightest max cushion stability running shoe out there right now, and it's incredibly versatile, super comfortable, and a joy to run in. To learn more about the Hurricane 26, follow that link up there. That's my in-depth review of this running shoe. There you'll get an unbiased look at this one, the pros and the cons, and it will help you weigh up whether or not it's actually going to be good for you. If you've got any questions at all, maybe I missed something out on one of these shoes, you can always ask it in the comments down below or go watch the in-depth reviews where you should get your answer. Either way, if you make a comment, I always reply, so your time won't be wasted. What's my verdict then? Which one should you actually go for your running needs? Well, I'll make it super simple for you. Go with the On Cloudrunner 3 if you're newer to running or need mild guidance and you want a calm planted ride at the lowest price on this list. Go with the Gaviota 6 if your stability needs are moderate to severe, you want maximum cushioning with real structure, or you want a versatile shoe that can handle walking as well. And go with the Hurricane 26 if you want the best overall blend of max cushioning, natural guidance, and a ride you'll genuinely look forward to. That's really why it wins here. If you enjoyed this roundup, please give the video a like and tap that hype button down there. I really appreciate it when you do that. And if I missed something, drop a comment down below and I'll get back to you, I promise. And if you didn't before, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more running shoe reviews, comparison videos, and roundups just like this one. I can't wait to see you on the next one. I've got so much cool content coming up and I can't wait to share it with you. So make sure you subscribe. See you on the next video. Peace.